Good evening, everybody. Hello there, and welcome to tonight's Cleasby Craic Painting Show. I'm really excited about tonight because it's getting lighter. Outside, there's more inspiration in nature. It's light. It's a good time of year to be painting. And what I'm going to paint for you tonight, and I'm going to be teaching you a few different techniques about to do this, is how to paint a lake and how to paint sunset over a lake. And what I want to do is I want to focus on not only sort of like water and reflections, but also sort of creating this atmosphere of sort of springtime and a lake and nice light. So first of all, I thought I'd show you the picture which we're going to work from. So this is the picture which we're going to work from here. There we go. This is the picture we're going to work from, a beautiful lake in Italy. And I thought that this could look beautiful painted. So do... sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy. Now, because we're painting a lake, obviously, and this lake is in a sort of a beautiful mountainous area, there's obviously four things that we need to, well, four things in my opinion that we need to focus on. The first two obviously being the lake and the mountains, but then also we need to focus on this idea of perspective between the lake and the mountains, and then the detail. So what I thought we'd do, as is always with our painting show, we'll start off just outlining some of the key areas, and I always like to start off with blue because it gives a bit of detail and it gives perspective. So what we're doing first off is we are just going to paint the mountains in the background. So just nice and simple. So just obviously start off with a line like this. And then we're going to just do a line here at towards the bottom, about a third of the way up, to define where the lake starts. So here is where the lake is going to start, and then up is going to be some sort of buildings, and then up again we're going to make the mountains. So welcome everybody to the show. Kick back, relax, grab yourself a cup of tea, coffee, and just, you know, soak it all in. Now, what we're going to do to begin with is we're going to paint the mountains in a thicker brush in blue to start off with. So nice blue like this. And we're just going to use a brush like this. And just paint the blue like that. And we're going to work from sort of top to bottom to the middle like this. Now, we've done the mountains there. What we're going to do next is at the bottom for our lake, just going to do some wavy lines like this. Nothing too detailed to start off with. Nothing too detailed to start off with. I do hope you can see properly. That's the sort of... That's better. So yeah, you can see the bottom. So just gonna sort of focus on getting the lake. Just the details will come second. We're just gonna define our sort of parameters first. So we've got our lake. That's what we're gonna have at the bottom. And then on top of the lake, we're gonna have like a little town, sort of popping up on top of the lake. And then on top of the lake, we're going to have these mountains. Yeah, so what I thought I'd do first is just sort of like break the mould and just get stuck in with applying some tones of colour. And that's what we're going to do first. And then afterwards we'll get it all sort of, all the details put in. So what we're doing here is just on top of the lake, just going to get some trees. So you can see we've got trees coming up here, and the piece of paper is popping out. It's okay though. Right. So far, simple steps. We've got our mountains in the background, we've got our lake here, we've got a little bit of trees, so we've got all that sorted out. The next step is we're going to sort of put the buildings in to add a little bit of detail. So let's get on with that, shall we? So what we're going to do is, as is the case when we're painting the mountains, we're going to paint, we're basically just sketching it all out. So we're sketching it all out first, and then after we've sketched it all out, then we can focus on the details. So there's a bit of a church here. There we go. And then that, the blue can drop down to become part of the trees. So as you can see, I'm just painting some buildings. So what we've done now is, this is basically, obviously this is absolutely nowhere near finished. It doesn't look anything like it should do at the moment. But what we have done is we've just mapped out what our painting is going to be, and now we're going to add the details. So we have the buildings laid out, we have the trees laid out, here we have the mountains laid out. Now obviously what you have to understand is, obviously when we are making a watercolour painting like this, absolutely when you're making a painting properly, it will take much longer. So it's very important to bear that in mind, that this is a painting for a show, and obviously if you were to take much longer on it, it would always look better. But nonetheless, that's something my grandma told me to say, so shout out to my grandma. Nonetheless, I do think that there's some good techniques which you can learn when you're painting quickly. So what we're doing now is we're just going to make all these mountains blue in the background, like this. I do hope you've all had a wonderful day, by the way, everyone who's watching. I hope you're happy, well, yeah, hope you're all good. Now, oops. So, basically, as you can see, we finished off with the hills in the background, and what most sort of these Mediterranean, let's say, houses have, they're quite colourful. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get some yellows, and we're just going to paint the facade of these buildings in a nice yellow. Nice yellow. That was a sort of hidden joke for those who make fun of the nice yellow. In a good way. Good laugh. So we're painting those yellow. Okay, so we've got the buildings in yellow, as you can see there, and also we can get a bit of red involved, especially the red roofs. So we can get some red like that, some red like that on the roof, and some red on top of the church, like that. So we can just incorporate and there we go. So what we need to do now is just get a few smaller buildings in there. So what we need to do now is, now that we've got the main sort of the areas defined, I'm just gonna paint now. So I'm gonna talk a bit less because I want to just focus on making sure that this painting does look as good as it can. So I'm gonna bring the painting closer to you, and I'm just gonna start painting. So I apologise if I'm a bit quiet. I just want to get this painting nice for you. Here you can see there's some trees coming in. You can see some trees here, just come into the foreground. And we've also got, yeah, some other trees here. Just building up those layers. But just in case you are wondering where this is in a place called Lake Como in Italy. I've been hearing a lot about this place recently from different people, and I thought, wow, what a beautiful place! Understandable, because it's so famous. So as a consequence, I thought I'd paint it. and I would absolutely love to also have the opportunity to go there as well. Do drop your comments if what you think of the painting so far. Right, so I feel like it's building up steam, and I do feel like it's gaining a little bit of momentum. So just to sort of share a little bit of sort of what we've done so far. I mean, what we're trying to suggest really at the moment is this idea of the buildings gaining prominence in the centre of the painting. And there's detail just kind of coming through. And then in the background, you've got these mountains. There is a lake at the bottom, and I do hope you can all see that nicely. We're just trying to build up that texture. So we've given it some parameters. We've given it a skeleton. Let's use that word. A framework. A conceptual framework. Yeah. Anyway, so what I'd like to do is just sort of spend the next 10 minutes just trying to finish it up, and I'll be at the end of it. I'll just sort of talk about how I did it. So one thing I want to try and do now is get the reflections in the water. So you can see, for example, the yellow is here. So yellow in the water. See that? Next step, you've got these blue sort of windows here. Yeah. You see, you've got the blue. So then you just sort of go. Blue's there. Thank you, Kurosh. You guys are beautiful too. Yeah. Oh, you're all very beautiful. Yeah. So put getting on now. Now it's just a question of coherence. So it's just like, you know, if you're gonna get some dabs going on here, and then obviously you want to get the dabs coming down, and this idea of constant reflection coming up. Yeah, so basically 4 things you must remember when you are painting things like water, reflections, lakes. Always make sure they're coherent reflections. So I'll be dabbing all day long if I have to, Afshin. So for example, this beautiful tree here obviously would be reflected into the bottom. The buildings here reflected in that, and the thing is, it's all about depth and contrast. So you see how you got the dark tone here. Well, this dark tone here should be complemented by a light tone there. So there's this relationship between dark tone, light tone, and that harmony. Yeah, I hope you're all really happy and that you like it. Thank you guys in Glasgow for watching, all you awesome flatmates that were, yeah, Kurish and the gang. Yeah, what's the next step? So we want to. Yeah, a bit of red, nothing wrong with a bit of red. Just want to bring that red up a little bit. Yeah. These here are trees. I'm just painting these trees here. Yeah, the thing is there's this like sort of wall beside the lake and stuff like the town. So I'm just trying to paint this wall here. There we go! In brown. You see it? This wall here? That's the wall. So that's what I'm trying to paint now. Yes, boys. It's going alright. It's going alright. Yeah, it's not looking too bad so far. We're going to keep it going. We're definitely going to keep it going. From the window to the wall. Yes, Ashin, yes. It is indeed from the window to the wall. Is that Usher? Yeah, it is Usher, isn't it? Is it that song? She's feeling like she's ready to blow. that song. I really hope I've got the right song, otherwise I've made a bit of a fool of myself. But you know what? I don't mind. There we go. It's art. It's art, man. It's art. You gotta just go crazy. So we're just gonna make sure that the trees come up here a bit. It's alright so far, it's not looking too bad. Conversation got heavy. Feeling like she's ready to blow. She said, baby, let's go. Yeah, I can appreciate that, bro. We're all a bit tired these days. Especially, yeah, whenever you start blurting out Usher songs randomly, you can tell there's something going on. Now, I did mention that it is a sunset, so I'm just gonna get the yellow creeping into the sky, and then just get the red at the top. Oh, it's just oozing down the page. But also, don't be too militant with the colours. Keep it nice and fresh, nice and cheeky, nice and healthy. You see, you don't want to overdo it, but also you do want to make sure you can see a sunset. But you don't want to you don't want to overdo it. Oh yeah, look at that. And obviously, get the orange colours into the water. Now, what do you think so far? Does it look alright? Does it look alright? Well, I'm going to finish this painting off, and then I'm going to publish it. I'm going to upload it onto Facebook as a separate image. I'm going to give it some sort of like last minute details. I'll talk you through some important techniques, depth, so make sure you have clear, defined areas of the painting. Within those clear, defined areas, paint inside of them. Focus on tonal contrasts, harmonies, and light and dark sort of complementing together. This is Lake Como. This is a place which I've been hearing about a lot from people recently when I was in Oxford, and it's a beautiful place, and I'm very appreciative to have sort of found a few nice pictures of it and giving it a crack. I hope I can go there one day. I hope you have a wonderful Monday evening. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope you can be here to check in next week. Alright guys, God bless, see you soon, bye.